welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, this time around in English, which is a little bit of a special thing because in general it would be the German episode today, but I thought because this is a special occasion, because we have the 250th episode of Continuum Gaming, I wanted to let everybody be part of that and like that. We are going to do this in English today, but this is just for the moment, just for this episode, so we are going to do the other episodes afterwards in German or alternating again. So let's have a look at the three games we are going to have a look at today. Those will be Ascent of Kings, Candy Cookie Carnival and Skye Boom Boom. My name is Jared, as all of you already know probably, and I'm going to use a couple of different things today. So we are going to use the Arc mouse, of course, you all know about that. This is a mouse, more or less, which can be connected by Bluetooth, of course. We are going to use a foldable keyboard, same thing, can be connected with the smartphone by Bluetooth. And we are going to use the Xbox One's wireless controller for one of the games in this mashup today. And so this one is of course a Bluetooth device too and can be used in that way as mentioned before. Yeah, and of course we've got the Lumia 950 XL, which is at the moment lying in this place here. It has a Mozo cover in wood optic, or in wood itself at the back. And it's of course a Lumia 950 XL Windows 10 mobile smartphone. You already know about that probably, if you are following this channel at least. And it is connected with a USB-C cable to the display dock, which is standing at the side here, this one. And this one is connected to the TV again with HDMI cable in this case, I think. And the TV itself is just giving us the information which are created by the smartphone, so there is no computer involved or something, and that is what this is all about. If you want to know more about that, please have a look at the corner up there. There you will find a couple of different other informations about all this. And if you have any kind of questions, of course, put them down in the commentary section below. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up or subscribe if you didn't. And other than that, I would say let's start with the first game. The first game is Candy Cookie Carnival. Or better to say, sorry, it's Ascent of Kings, not Candy Cookie Carnival. Ascent of Kings is a pretty interesting game, and I will just show you what this is all about. So I'm going to go to this all app list, and I'm going to put in Ascent. Should be enough if I'm not doing. What the heck? How did I put that in there? Better. Okay. So Ascent of Kings is more or less like a jump and run in a very interesting way, let's say. It's very, very simple from its graphics here, but it's a pretty nice game. You all know about this publisher already. They do a lot of things like that, and I like it somehow. So let's have a look at it. It's a game I told you about, which will be played with the Xbox One's wireless controller. More or less you can only play it with this, if I'm not wrong. You might want to try it out, but I tried it with a keyboard, for instance, and that worked kind of, but some of the buttons are not available. And so you will have to have something like this for this, but let's see. It's a combination we need to use here, so we are going to click on this. And as you can see, we have now the option to do different things here. I already played a little bit of it, and I restarted the game afterwards, so we can restart from the beginning, of course. To activate your Xbox One as wireless controller or something like that, you might want to do that trick again. So press on the button, then just press again, if the game is open, of course. And now you should be able, as you can see, you should be able to navigate through the menu, for instance, and do stuff here, and otherwise you're not going to be able to do that. So the game has to be running, and then you have to activate the controller again, and then it should work. I will turn around to play this game, because otherwise it's not possible to play this game. And so let's have a look at that. As mentioned before, it's a pretty simple one from a graphical standpoint at least. And in the end, you are going to be more or less. Yeah, okay. Ascent of Kings will start by the king is dead, and we are going to try to more or less assign as a new king, more or less. And this is what this game is all about. And let's have a look at how that is going to do, or how that is going to be done. I'm going to go to restart again, press on A. Now he is asking you if you really want to do that. And for that we are going to use the mouse and press on that. And here we go. The little character you see there, which is a pixel art more or less, is the guy you are going to play, the left one. And the other one is your dad, and more or less he is asking you for a different kind of things. And again, the king is dead, and we have to more or less assign to be the new king. And all the different brothers of you will try to do that too, and they will get a couple of different other things from your father to do that. And you are more or less assigned to, yeah, I'm not even sure what it is, a blob or something. So we have to feed the blob, which is more or less our cow or something like that. And in the end, as you can see, we can run around with a stick here. We can jump up and down and stuff like that. And we can, for instance, talk to our dad and other characters we are going to meet here. And to do that, just press on the yellow button, in this case, the Y. I'm not sure why it's Y, but that is the case. And that's already one of the signs. You will find them all over the place. They are going to give you hints and tips and stuff like that. And you can just do that again to Meadow. So whatever that is, we are going to have a look at that. And here you can see there is more or less our, let's call it blob. I'm not sure what this is all about. So let's have a look. Don't jump on Betty. Okay, we shouldn't jump on Betty for some reason. Not sure why, because we only can use her to go around her and stuff like that at the start, because there is no double jump at the start, just to let you know. Afterwards it's going to be different, but now we have only that. And here is another part. So trying to hold your breath too long is dangerous. Okay, so don't drown, more or less. And what we should do here, we should get something for Betsy to eat. And as you can see, there is our oxygen level. So if we are diving down or something, we really need to be careful of how long we are going to dive. And now just press on it. Betsy is now in love with us, more or less, and she will follow us around. And the good thing is, she will help us to get out of here, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to. And as you can see, now it's more or less a little bit of a sequence in the middle. Okay, each of our brothers will go, and each of them gets something. A slingshot in this case, gloves and boots, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, just a little bit of a hint. All of those are pretty damn stupid guys, and will lose all of that, more or less. And so we are going to talk to Father too. Hey Father, what's about that? This is a trial for the brothers. You are too young, so I'm just too young to go there, more or less. But he will not really stand in our way or something. But so let's see. We can run over here, follow them more or less, and here is more or less a gatekeeper. And as mentioned before, he's going to try to not let us through. If you are running at the start there, he's not going to let you through anyway. And in this case, he tells us, okay, then go if you want to, more or less. And now we are in the real game, more or less. Just to let you know, this whole game is more or less like this. So it's not about extremely fast gameplay or something. It's more like a puzzle game. Be aware of the blobs. And it's more like a puzzle game. You have to analyze stuff. For instance, these are the blobs, and as you can see, those will always jump when you are jumping too. And the good thing about the green one is he's not going to kill you if you are just hitting him from the top or the left or something, but he's going to kill you if you are running under him and he's jumping on your head or something. And so you can't really jump over him. And so we have to do a little bit of a sequence, more or less, to go next to him. Okay, this one is easy, we can just run over him, more or less. Not sure what this is all about, but this is more or less like a thing which only occurred today. I'm not sure what this is. So if the display is getting a little bit dark, just touch once on the screen and then it's going to be fine again. I'm not sure why. Yeah, and the problem is that one is pretty easy to overcome. That one isn't, because it's more or less, as mentioned before, jumping if you are jumping, in a pretty mean kind of way, if you ask me. So you will have to try it a couple of times to go over there. And the interesting part is that more or less in this case you have to jump, and because you jumped, he's going to see that you are jumping, he's jumping too, and then you can run under him. In this case, it's not all. Oh, come on! It's not always like that. But yeah, and if you're dying, it's not that hard to do, because you're not going to really die or something. You're just evaporating and will be available after that again. Okay, we got that. And now we can just have a look at that again. So there are going to be these shrines all over the place. I'm not sure why they are there, but you have to be, or you should let yourself be blessed for some reason. I don't know what's it about, but it's somehow good for you for some reason or the other. Okay, so let's go on. As you can see, we are just going to jump over that. We can't go there because we're not able to jump high enough for that. So we are going to have, to go that way in this case. Come on. Same thing again. Wet one. Just one under him. And here we go again. And we died because there was this rock. Okay, the rock can be overcome pretty easy too, but don't try to jump it or something. That's not going to work. Just stand where I stand there and be aware of the boulders. Okay, thank you, Keeper. Very nice of you. Like you too. Such an asshole. Okay, so let's go and try to go down here. And let's see what's going on here. So there is one of our brothers. And what did he do? He broke his leg, of course. So, pretty not very helpful. And the good thing is we are going to get the boots now, and the boots are going to help us to jump higher. Or better to say, have a double jump. So, if you see it, here we go, we can now double jump. And this is pretty helpful. Okay. Because otherwise we wouldn't be able to go here and open, for instance, this door which is down there. Come on. And now we can just go through it and go to the next part. Okay, good thing about it is we're more or less where we started off, so there's nothing too interesting happening here. You're not going to be able to jump over that there, but at least we are a little bit further. Problem is, now, at least as far as I can see it, we can go over here. And yeah, here's again, kneel at the shrine. We can do that, but we already did that, so nothing is happening here. Nothing will change that. And now let's see what we can do with our new ability. Oh, come on. No. Go over here and We are not able to jump over there by that, but we should be able to jump from here, right? And so we can get to another shrine at this part, kneel at him, or at it, and that's more or less what we can do there. For whatever reason we are doing that, I'm not sure, but it's helpful. Why not? Okay, so next part. I'm not sure. Yeah. Again, be aware that it's coming a second time there, for whatever reason. So, next part. We can jump now over that part. Here is something that is not helping us. I didn't recognize that anyway. Okay, so go down. And as you can see, our oxygen level is in a way that we need to go there. So you can just breathe and get a little bit of air there. And now we can jump over that. And let's see what we can do. We could go over here and have a look at these kind of parts. He's just telling us, hey, try to explore something. Sometimes it's helpful, sometimes you can't go there by your first attempt or something. In this case, we can more or less use the green one, because we can more or less stand on him. And now, as you can see, we cannot climb here because the grip isn't going to help us. So what we can do is we can just slide down at the moment. But the good thing is, another brother winds broke and his wrist is sprained. So whatever doesn't really matter for us. We can now take the gloves from him and jump and try to climb around. And yeah, you already get the game, I think. It's more or less going to be like that all the time now. You're going to achieve more and more, get more and more abilities like that, and try to overcome different kind of scenarios in a very simple way, as you can see. But I still like the game. It's fun to play. It's more like a puzzle game or something. Maybe a little bit like Zelda or something. Not like the typical jump and run where you're just hitting the button as much as you can and jump over stuff. It's really just a puzzle jump and run or something. So try it out if you like that kind of game. And I will say let's go to the next one. In this case, that will be Candy Cookie Carnival. Candy Cookie Carnival is one of those 3 wins or 4 wins games. It's one that is pretty nicely done with pets in it, if you like those. And yeah, in the end, if you like those kind of anime characters and anime yeah, dogs and foxes and stuff like that, it's really a nice one. Just to let you know, the performance of this game is a little bit on the low side. You can play it in a very easy way and it's fun to play it, especially if you like that kind of 3 wins games. But you have to know that the animations are sometimes not very smooth or something. That's just like that is in this game. I don't have a problem with it because the animations are only, yeah, not really relevant for the gameplay or something. So I'm going to show you that one anyway. But in the end, just to let you know, as you can see, you see a little bit of steppy animations and stuff like that. And this is just another game like you already know, but it's not a 3-win game or something, so you're not going to swipe around to do stuff. You're just clicking on different kind of areas where there are connections between all these different parts here. So as you can see, we can, for instance, press on that one, and we get another bonus. In this case, it's a bomb. There is a bomb, as I know already. There's a rocket. The rocket is easier to get. And yeah, stuff like that. You already know about those kind of things here. As you can see, 7 to 8 will give us a bomb. And this will, of course, kill nearby blocks. Okay, what is going to happen here? You have a couple of different moves you can do. So one move, of course, is just one click, more or less, in this case. And you are going to have to fulfill your targets. For instance, in this case, the blue ones should be lower now. Yes, it's 18. There's one of the rockets, as you can see. I'm going to click on that. It's going to kill that one down there. And the green one is already done now. And in the end, at the start at least, it's very, very easy to run this and get the different things. But as I mentioned before, as you can see, it's a little bit on the bad side, on the not so performant side, or whatever you want to call that. But in the end, you can play the game if you want to, and if you like this kind of game, it's really a nice one. And the cool thing about it is, I think it's going to run over and over again, and you can really play it as long as you want to. And there is no advertisement as far as I am aware of in this game, which is a nice little aspect too, especially from the developer of this game, because in general those are pretty heavy on the banner animations or banner advertisements and stuff like that. But in this case, this is not the case, and so you can really play this without any kind of disturbance. And this is pretty nice, if you ask me. Okay, and yeah, in the end, you'll see a couple of different options here. For instance, 7-day sign-ins and stuff like that. So the usual suspects, more or less. You get tips and you get things to collect, and you go to newer levels and higher levels like that. Level 4, for instance, is now the next one. And like that, we can really play this again and again and again. And you already know about this kind of game. So if you like this kind of game and you want a new one, this one is pretty nice. As mentioned before, it's not going to be one to swipe or something. It's going to be one or to click on different kind of parts and just solve a puzzle more or less in the right kind of way, in this way. Okay, so yeah, let's play this level again, and I think after that you have to press on the thing he is going to show you there. And here's a magic cube, which is going to kill everything which has the same color, more or less. And I would say we are going to play this level, and after this level we are going to go to the next one. As you can see, it's a pretty high number of colors we are going to have to fulfill here in this case. And as always, if you get a lot of them at the same time, you're going to get more points. Points are more or less defined by this moves thing here. So if you get it in a reasonable way there, it's going to get you more points or more stars in this case. Okay, so let's see how many. Oh, those one. That was a very, very big one. Okay, interesting. We're going to be just fine, if you ask me. Yeah, very close to it. And the red one is done. Let's do the yellow one next, if we can. Red is not going to help us anymore, but it's going to be there, I think. Yeah. Okay, now purple is done too. And now we can just do this one, because the cool thing is we have both of those next to each other, and like that we get this double animation stuff and double animation part. And as you can see, we got the new level already done too. Okay, so I think you already get what this game is all about. So let's go to the next one. And the next one is going to be Skye Boom Boom. Skye Boom Boom is a game which I found a long time ago, more or less. But the problem is it was not playable on Continuum before. And now we can play it on Continuum because the developer changed something, and now it's playable by the keyboard in this case. And I'm going to show you what this is all about. I like the game very, very much. Let's go to that button here. Here we go, Skye Boom Boom. And I like the game pretty much, and it's really, really a nice one with nice animations, nice iterations too. I'm going to...
Skye boom boom!
Okay, and yeah, the interesting part about this game is more or less you are going to fly around here. A little bit too loud for my taste. You're going to fly around in this kind of airplane, and you're going to try to kill different things and try to more or less kill enemies. There are going to be different levels. And you are going to fly through them, and you are going to try to collect different things because you want to, for instance, change the pilot or the plane afterwards. So let's have a look at the settings first. As you can see, we have vibrate, which should be deactivated if you ask me, so click on that. And you're going to be able to reduce the graphics if you want to, and in the end, as you can see, you have stats, information, how much you have been flying and stuff like that. And then you can play the tutorial or not. I'm going to let it like it is here. And now let's have a look at the hangar. Hangar is only filled with one plane at the moment. The other one can be more or less bought later on. So if you have enough points, for instance, stars at the start and stuff like that. As you can see, I have around 3,000 and we would need 10,000 to go to the next one. And like that, you can more or less level up, and you can, for instance, get another player too. So if you want to recruit a different pilot, as you see here, you can do that by just clicking on those. You need to have these kind of star level parts here, so medals, I think they are called. Those can be bought, of course, and you can get them by playing more levels. So let's have a look at the chopper too. As you can see here, are different kind of power-ups and stuff like that you can use for your play. I'm going to auto-equip it in this case. And as you can see, you can buy different things here, which are going to help you. Like this, for instance, and so on and so forth. But we're not going to do that. I'm even thinking about if we want to auto-equip that. Let's not auto-equip that. I'm going to show you what's going on here. And you are going to play this with with your keyboard in this case.
Let's fly!
And let's see what this game is all about. Very important, the game is played by WASD, and you're going to go to the left and to the right part, in this case, as you can see, flying this little part. As you can see, there are a lot of different things you can acquire here. Very important, there are going to be airplanes and stuff like that which are going to hinder you, and if you are going, for instance, to fly against them, that's bad for you. You can only do that twice in a level. So first time you're going to have some kind of animations that you died, more or less. Second one would be bad for you. So in the second one you're going to die and you will have to go and play the level from the last checkpoint. There are going to be checkpoints in this. So it's not even levels only, but checkpoints too, which you can go from. And other than that, just get all the different things you can. These are boosters, as for any kind of running game or something. As you can see, some of the obstacles and of the power-ups and stuff like that will move from time to time, so be very careful about that. And this is a boss fight, which is going to happen here. So you can see he's going to try to kill you with different kind of rockets. He's going to be very, pretty hard to overcome. I wasn't able to do that at the moment. As you can see, he's going to fire these rockets on you, and you will have to try to get rid of them. You're not going to be able to do that, so there's this power-up. The power-up is going to help you, but be aware that you are going to die sooner or later, if you ask me. So I died. As you can see, we are more or less at, let's say, 3/4 or 3/4 of this or something. I'm not sure. Just to let you know, there are a couple of different other possibilities. So you have this W, which is what we did, so overflying stuff. You can shoot on stuff. Shooting is going to help you with some of the bullets, but with some of the rockets and stuff like that, but not with everything. So shooting is S. So W and S, so going forward and going backwards, is going to help you with this. A and D is going to the sides. And this is more or less what this is all about. We can't use any kind of power-ups in this case, or saving items in this case, because we don't have one. And watching doesn't work for some reason, but we can of course go to no thanks and play it again from the checkpoint. And there we go. We got 5 chain combos and stuff like that. So you always get a lot of different things. Even if you are losing, you're going to get a higher score. Best score, as you can see, is 900, and this is the best score I have received till now, as it seems. Okay, cool. And now let's try it again. Go to flight.
Let's fly!
Let's fly. And I really like the style of the game. It's more or less a 3D kind of style, and it's really a nice one. And there we go. All the other ones are more or less the different airplanes you would be able to get in this game at the start. Especially the pig is pretty funny, if you ask me. Flying pigs. Reminds me a little bit of Worms, with those different kind of stuff you could do there. Flying sheep and stuff like that, whatever. Yeah, and now let's see what we can do.
We got this.
We need the air roll and we need the shot part. So I'm not going to shoot at the moment for you. If I at least can somehow avoid it. Shooting is not done like with a bullet or something which is going in front of you, but it's going to be more or less firing in every direction in front of you at least. And yeah, I'm going to show you that probably at the end of this level. Let's see. He is already firing again. Good thing about it is we are going to get information about where the rockets are going at the start at least. Fun to see how slow this airplane is, more or less. Okay, sorry, killed me very fast, faster than I thought. Let's play it one more time. I'm going to show you how to shoot in situations like that. Some things will be affected by the shooting, some will not. So last try. For some reason I got 2 air rolls, right? That's interesting. That might help. So last try for this one. But as you can see, there are going to be different kind of levels with bosses again. So in this case, it's just going to try to kill you, and you're not going to kill it anyway. The boss at least. But after a while, you might be able to do that. Here, just try to get all the different things. Ooh, that one was close. Here you can see that was a firing. So how it is to fire. So the interesting part about it is that you really need to be aware that your firearms are not going to have a very far range or something. So the distance you are going to be able to fire with is pretty limited. And second part is it's going to be firing, more or less at different things in front of you, not only in one direction or something. So be aware of that too. Might help from time to time. Okay, that was bad. The bad thing about it is you can't really get that back. So if you once have hit something, like I did now, you're not going to be able to hit something else. Even if you are going to try to get power up or something, I think it's not going to change anything anymore. So that's not going to help us in this case. Yeah. And killed, I thought I could shoot again, but that doesn't seem to be a case in this case. But yeah, this is more or less a game. I think you already know what this game is all about. It's really just more or less like a running game or something, but in a fun way with flying and different kind of enemies. You can shoot on stuff, you can overfly or overjump more or less different things. And you're going to be attacked by enemies and by the boss fighter here and stuff like that. So try it out, I really like it. It's fun to play and in some cases pretty hard to do even. So if you like a challenge, try it out. Yeah, and that was more or less this episode. I hope you had fun with it. If you didn't like it till now, just do it now. If you have any kind of comments, questions, whatever, put them down in the commentary section down below. And of course, if you didn't subscribe till now, you might want to do that now. And other than that, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We are going to see us in the next episode or in the special episode, which is going to be available in a couple of days. I'm not sure when I'm able to upload it, but there will be one, of course. And yeah, other than that, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. See you. Have a nice day and bye. Bye.